Hey guys, we got a trailer here for Brightburn. I think it's a James Gunn movie. Here it's based off of Superman and stuff. This is actually going to be trailer 2. I've heard about the first trailer. I didn't really get around to watching it, so figured I'd do a reaction here now that this one's out, just to see what it's like. Because I know a lot of people are recommending it to me, and I know it's like a dark R version of Superman, so I think that's going to be pretty cool to see as to where things go with this. Let's jump into it. React. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, that looks pretty dope. And it's a Sony movie. Oh, definitely getting a James Gunn.
You are a gift.
Just the cool. Elizabeth. Oh, very much Superman vibes.
We believe.
Reminds me of Man of Steel trailer, like even the words. Oh, yeah, we know who James Gunn is.
For you lately, that you feel different from other kids. You are different.
Caitlin, get my hand up.
He's a creep.
Help him up.
What are you doing?
I want him in handcuffs and a
Interesting.
robe. Do you even know who his real mother is?
I'm his real mother. Let's go.
Maybe there is something wrong with Brandon.
Now this is the Smallville show we should have got.
He's not my son.
It's Memorial Day.
Hey, who's messing with me?
Very interesting. Oh. Jesus. Oh man.
Something wrong?
Boy around by chance.
You're one of the only people in the world that knows how special I am.
There are believed to be
Oh.
no survivors among the 268 passengers on board.
Jesus.
Whatever you've done, I know there is good inside you.
This is so dope. Oh.
I want to do good, Mom. I do.
Oh my god. That looks so dope. I mean, like, wow. That looks so interesting. I mean, wow. It is kind of interesting. It's kind of reminding me, like, there's a few things that, with Smallville, I loved watching Smallville. I kind of grew up on Smallville, and this kind of gives me somewhat feels to that, obviously the Superman story. And I think that's kind of something that it would have been interesting to kind of to play with in Smallville, since they started off with him already being, he was in high school. It wasn't his first day of high school. But this really is an interesting story to see as to where things go. Definitely get some Man of Steel vibes. Even the trailers kind of remind me of the Zack Snyder, just with the font that they're using here. Reminds me of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and stuff. That's really cool that they're doing that there. And I was wondering if this was going to be, because I remember hearing about this trailer and hearing about this movie. Who was doing it? Was it Sony? Was it, because if it was Warner Brothers, that would be really interesting, because then they could go all out, and they wouldn't, they could actually just say it was Superman, but they wouldn't want to say it was Superman. So since it's not, since it's Sony and it's not Warner Brothers, they have to kind of, they can't really cross that line of making it too much like Superman. Otherwise, they get sued at the wazoo and stuff. And we know what happens with that, right? Shazam happened with that back in the 1940s. So I think this is going to be interesting to see as to where things go with this, especially with James Gunn involved. He's going to be really cool. It looks like, it has a bit of a, I get the feel it has a bit of a smaller budget show, compared to like Guardians of the Galaxy and things like that. But I don't think it needs it too much. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with this. based on this trailer, and I haven't watched the other trailer, so I don't know about it. It doesn't look like there's too much personality into the kid, you know, into the main character. So hopefully we get to see a bit of, you know, personality coming with this, because this also very much seems like it would be hilarious. You could easily do a fan edit of this movie when it comes out with, you know, Ben Affleck waking up from his dream when the Flash came back in time in Batman v Superman, and this could have all been, you know, a nightmare that Ben Affleck had in his head, right? And I think that could be really, or Bruce Wayne had in his head during Batman v Superman. I think that could be kind of funny. And I think as more trailers comes out, I think that could be a funny edit that someone's definitely going to do at some point. So I think that's going to be interesting to see, as to kind of where things go with this movie. I think it looks kind of interesting. But like I say, hopefully it doesn't look like there's too much, you know, character put into the main character, and like it doesn't really, just feels like a mindless being type thing at this point from what we're getting here. So we'll have to wait and see as to where things go with that in the movie. But hopefully they actually kind of build him up with him actually feeling like a person, and rather than just feeling like a thing that you're just disconnected. And it's like, well, you know, you're just trying to, because I have the problem with this that I get with this movie, I already feel it here, and I hope I don't have it going into this movie or in this movie, is kind of, you know, Elizabeth Banks spending her whole movie, you know, in denial that, you know, that her son, no, there's good in here, there's good in there. And at the end of the day, we're just like, clearly there's nothing good in it. And it just kind of, you know, that's going to be the thing that I would going to be fighting throughout this whole movie. And hopefully they don't do that and really make a good case to kind of the whole idea how, yes, he needs to be stopped, but at the same time, you know, there's still some humanity inside of him. Whereas based on this trailer, I haven't watched the other one, it doesn't look like there's any humanity inside of him. And that's the whole thing about Superman, is that he has humanity inside of him, and that's something that they could easily put into this character. So I think that's going to be interesting to see as to how much humanity is inside of him, and even with that, how much does that, you know, even still having all that, some humanity inside of him still turning bad and all that stuff could be kind of fun. To really making that, like, you know, making the audience kind of not sure which side to go on. You know, do you go on the side of, you know, yes, he needs to be stopped, kill him at all points, and, you know, Elizabeth Banks' character is just kind of being crazy because she's raised him and stuff, and that's it. She's kind of blindly, you know, doing that, and you're just waiting the whole movie for her to finally, you know, put him down, or whatever his kryptonite is going to be throughout the movie if they go that route. But I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go, because it looks like in this, because at the end of this trailer, we see Elizabeth Banks kind of alone, without the father figure. So maybe he kind of leaves because he's scared of the son. So I think that could be something interesting. And if she just kind of stays in some sort of delusional, you know, she's just delusional, kind of not really making any sense and still trying to believe in him when there's nothing to believe. I think that's going to be the really interesting idea. Kind of like how they did it on Civil War, how you go into that movie and you don't feel like Captain America or Iron Man are wrong. They're both kind of equal. You know, some people are splitting the audience between two sides, and I think that's really going to be interesting. I really want to go into this movie, and I really want to come out feeling torn as to kill the kid or not kill the kid, and that's really going to be an interesting part, and that's really what I want to see happen. But it doesn't look like there's too much character development for the kid, or any you know, humanity in the kid. It just looks like a thing, and it's like it just happens to be in a kid, right? So I think that's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with that in the movie. So let me know what you think about this trailer, guys. Do you have anything I missed you want me to talk about? And or do you like this movie? Is this something you would like to see more of? Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.